September 11th is always going to be a hard day. 24 years later, the grief is quieter, but it hasn't faded. It lives beneath the surface in the names, the faces, the memories of nearly 3,000 souls lost that morning. Fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters, friends, neighbors, strangers whose stories became our own. And we said we'd never forget, and we haven't, not really. Each year, the rituals return, the ringing of the bell, the reading of the names, the moment of silence that we still hold our breath during. And somehow it cuts as sharply as it always has. You think you're ready for it, never really are. And years later, working in New York, I came to know men and women who had been there, people who climbed down smoke filled stairwells, walked for miles covered in ash, first responders who went up the stairs when everyone else was coming down, ordinary people who, in the worst moment imaginable, became heroes without even thinking about it. And I always remember the 10th anniversary. It was the second time I went, 2011. There were a lot of important people there, presidents and mayors, senators, cameras everywhere. But when that ceremony began, everything else fell away. The focus shifted, as it always should be, on the families, to the ones who didn't come to be seen but to remember. And that evening, at a dinner, I met the family of a Port Authority police officer who died in the towers, and I met his 9-year-old child. This was a boy who had never met his father. Standing there on the 10th anniversary of his father's death. I mean, his shoulders were squared, his chin was high. He was holding his father's photo in his hand, and he had dignity far beyond his years. I mean, grace where you might expect anger, pride where you might expect pain, and I've never forgotten that moment. I never will. Every year since, when the bell rings and the names are read, I think about that child. He's now a 33-year-old man, and I think about all the families who carry this weight, and the quiet courage it just takes to carry on. So we remember the horror, we remember the loss, but we also remember the extraordinary courage, and we hold on to the promise that all of us made 24 years ago. It still holds. We will never forget. And